Hey guys, this is a quick guide for the new expert Return to Iron Tomb. This is pretty much exactly the same dungeon than it used to be for those who did it before, so the trash is nothing special. I'm gonna explain the first boss. The first boss, 3 kings, for those who did it before, there's basically no change at all. For those who never did it before, you will kill one boss at a time and then all 3 together. You need to interrupt Unholy Mending. You will want to purge Soul Needle and Guardian Spirit of the bosses. In the second phase, while fighting the 3 kings, after killing one of the 3, you will want to balance out the HP of the 2 remaining ones and kill them at the same time. If you don't, adds will spawn and this will make the rest of the fight harder. This is the warrior. He has a frontal cleave and he will also knock you back. Once you kill the warrior, the mage will spawn. They will always spawn in the same order. He has a buff called Soul Needle that will damage the raid upon death. You should purge that. He only stands still and casts his Rend Life ability. Once the mage is dead, and if you didn't purge, you will get his debuff. The healer will now spawn. This one has a buff called Guardian Spirit, and he will reduce healing taken from the group upon death. He also casts an ability called Unholy Mending. You need to interrupt that or else he will heal himself. After killing the healer, you will have to face the 3 kings all together. You should tank them on the mage spots, because he will not be moving. Remember to face the warrior away from the group, because he will be cleaving. I would advise killing the healer first and interrupting his heal. Also don't forget to purge the healer and the mage. We didn't kill them together on purpose to see if the ad will still spawn like in the old dungeon, and yes it does. If you unbalance the HP too much, you will have to deal with a lot of ads, 5 spawning on each side every few seconds. So if you have the DPS, just burn one down and then the other, and if you don't, just balance the HP out. That will save your tank and your healer a lot of work. I will fast forward the trash since there is nothing special going on. The second boss has 3 main abilities. You will want to interrupt Boiling Marrow. You will have to purge Bone Shield, that will make him immune for a few seconds. He will cast an ability called Bone Theft. Yes, he will steal your bones. You will have to go out of line of sight of the boss on that one. If you fail to do so, he will spawn 1 ad for each person who got hit. You will want to tank them like this pretty much, so the raid can go out of line of sight on the sides over there and the tank can go out of line of sight in the middle pillar. This is the purge that you should purge straight away, unlike we did. This is the Bone Theft ability. You have 3 seconds to go out of line of sight. If you don't, this happens. And you should interrupt Boiling Marrow. The third boss. He has an ability called Chaotic Rain that will increase his melee damage. He will cast an ability called Water Whip Chain. This will place a debuff on someone that will do chain damage. He has an ability called Tsunami that is a frontal cleave. He will do an ability called Torrent of Ragnoth. You have 4 seconds to get into the lit area to avoid the damage. He's casting Chaotic Rain, which increases his damage done. This is the frontal cleave. I am getting the Water Whip Chain on me. This wave is the Water Whip that goes off, damaging nearby players. You can see on the left the lit area, and he's casting the Torrent. You have 4.5 seconds to get inside. The last boss. He has an ability called Shadow Rock. He will throw a rock at someone, just spread out a bit and avoid it. He will cast Shattering Roar. This is a precast for Ancient Fury. Ancient Fury is an AoE around the boss that will knock you back and do a very high amount of damage if you are close to the boss. And he will do an ability called Furious Shockwave that will silence and knock back the tank. The boss takes a few seconds to engage, so slow the DPS until the tank actually hit him. This is Shadow Rock, avoid. Furious Shockwave on me, knockback and silence. Shattering Roar, this is the warning for Ancient Fury, and this is Ancient Fury, it knocks back and does a lot of damage. And this is it. This was my quick guide for Return to Iron Tomb Expert. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel for future videos, and as always, thanks for watching.